Okay, my next question has to do with what message would you like to send our young people out in the schools today? You've got a chance to speak to them all right now.
Well, you know what? I think it's pretty simple. I tell this to my kids, I tell it to my students, and I guess I tell it to myself. You know, every day try to do one thing that makes the world a better place. And that might be, hey, I practiced today. I got a little bit better at making music. Because music's always going to make the world a better place. You know, and do something kind. And if you got the temptation to do something that's, you know, kind of shitty or crappy, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Do something that's good. And I use the word shitty and crappy because that's the way kids talk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first on Kids Talk Radio. I'm coming to you from beautiful Santa Monica. I'm in the studio with Peter Erskine, and he said it, not me.
That's right. You can send your angry letters to me.
Okay, Peter, my last question to you today is this. What gets you excited about music?
Well, when it's young people playing it, it's when I see them come up with their own ideas, when they take something and make it their own. I work with a lot of students, particularly at the University of Southern California, and I get really excited when I hear them, when I hear them coming through their instrument, and they stopped imitating this player or that player, and you go, wow. You know, so that's some of the most exciting. When I'm playing, the most exciting moments are when everyone in the band is on that same wavelength. And at my age, you know, what gets me excited is when all the musicians are comfortable enough to trust the music.
Mm-hmm.
Music's always going to take care of itself. You know? We just tend to massage it too hard in the wrong directions a lot of the time. And when I hear something new, I don't know. You know what? If it sounds good, I dig it. And if you're a young improvising musician, and you're trying to figure out what do I play. It's what I tell my students. I say, just play what you'd like to hear. If it sounds good, that's all that matters.
Okay, Peter, our students are going to start to listen to your music. It's going to be part of this class, part of this interview. Where should we start?
Maybe with the album. It's called Standards. Standards are classic tunes that jazz musicians like to play on because they're standards. I mean, they represent the standard at which you play, and standard means classic. And there's songs that have been part of the jazz musical lexicon for years. So we played these standards, and by we I mean pianist Alan Pasqua, who I've known ever since I was 17 years old when I met Alan in a jam session.
Wow. Yeah.
And we've played together all these years. He's also a professor at USC. He's the chair of the jazz program now. And a bass player who died unfortunately a few months ago, his name was Dave Carpenter. And this record was nominated for a Grammy. And it's a wonderful album. And the reason I like it so much is because when we recorded the music, it was in a very live concert hall. So we couldn't just play out of habit. We really had to listen to every note we played and how did it work with every note the other person played.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's a really good place to start. You can hear how softly we all know how to play, and how much music we can make with so little effort.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a good place to go, but if your kids don't want to go there, then if you watch any of the Austin Powers movies, you'll hear me drumming on those, because I play drums on all three of those soundtracks.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my interview with Peter Erskine. We're in Santa Monica, California, and we're going to be learning a lot about Peter as we explore his work with Weather Report and all of the other wonderful groups that he's played with. There's a lot on the internet about Peter right now, and you're going to hear this on Kids Talk Visual Radio, and we've got a lot of nice photographs. Peter was kind enough to let us use some of his photographs, and we're going to take some photographs of Peter here in the studio so you can kind of see the environment that we were in. So this is Bob Barboza saying thank you to Peter.
Hey, thank you, Bob, and thank you, kids, for listening, and hey, have a great life in music. Peace out.